Have you ever wondered what secrets history might be hiding from us? In the pulsating heart of Rio de Janeiro, a tale as old as time itself is waiting to be told, a tale that dances on the edge of possibility and plunges deep into the abyss of the unknown. This is the chilling story of Paulo Santos, a Brazilian inventor of unparalleled intellect, who in the dawn of the new millennium claimed to have unlocked the enigma of time travel. Paulo's invention was not just a feat of engineering, it was a key to the corridors of time. A golden ticket that allowed him to journey through the swirling vortex of history, to witness firsthand the moments that have shaped our world. And with each leap, he uncovered truths buried deep within the folds of time. From the glories of ancient Rome to the dark days of the Middle Ages, Paulo ventured where no man had dared to tread. But it was his journey to a fateful day in November 1963 that would change everything. As he looked on at the shocking assassination of President John F. Kennedy, Paulo found himself peeling back the layers of a narrative far more sinister than the history books would have us believe. This was no mere invention, it was a vessel for truth. But truth, as they say, is a double-edged sword. For Paulo, his invention became both his greatest triumph and his deepest torment. The secrets he unearthed were a heavy burden to bear, a weight that would soon prove too much for one man to carry. Paulo Santos, the brilliant mind from Brazil, was about to find out that some doors, once opened, can never be closed. His invention had propelled him into the annals of history, but at what cost? His journey had begun as a quest for knowledge, but it was quickly spiraling into a nightmare. But what Paulo discovered in the folds of time would shatter his world, and the world as we know it. Imagine witnessing one of history's most shocking events, President John F. Kennedy's assassination. Now imagine discovering a truth far darker than what we've been told. This is the chilling reality that Paulo Santos found himself in when his invention took him back to that fateful day in November 1963. As Paulo navigated the murky corridors of time, he found himself an unwelcome spectator to the horrifying spectacle that unfolded in Dallas, Texas. But what he saw didn't align with the history books. Paulo's journey revealed a sinister shadow play, a narrative far removed from the one we've come to accept. The lone gunman theory, the magic bullet. These were all elements of a grander deception, a facade designed to obscure a more nefarious truth. Instead of a singular assassin, Paulo witnessed a coordinated attack, a chilling ballet of bullets from multiple directions. The events that unfolded were not the result of a lone wolf, but rather, a pack of predators operating from the shadows. This revelation, this shattering of a widely accepted truth, sent a chilling ripple of fear down Paulo's spine. The horror of his discovery was not just in the act itself, but in the realization of how easily the truth had been manipulated, twisted to fit a narrative more palatable to the public. Paulo saw firsthand the terrifying power of those who control our perception of history, those who lurk in the shadows, pulling the strings. Yet Paulo was not one to cower in the face of such revelations. He was an inventor, a seeker of truth, and he understood the importance of his discovery. He knew he couldn't keep this to himself. The world needed to know the truth, no matter how horrifying it might be. Haunted by his revelations, Paulo decided to share his findings with the world, not knowing the dire consequences of his actions. The stage was set for a battle between one man's truth and the forces that would do anything to keep it hidden. In a world where power often trumps truth, Paulo's revelations were a threat to those who lurk in the shadows. In the aftermath of his shocking disclosures, Paulo Santos found himself in a maelstrom of scrutiny and disbelief. His sanity was swiftly called into question, a desperate attempt to discredit his astounding claims. Nightmarish whispers of madman echoed through the corridors of society, tainting his once revered name with the stigma of insanity. Yet, the assault on Paulo's credibility was merely the beginning of his trials. The ominous shadow of the FBI loomed over him, their icy grip closing in on the man who dared to disturb the murky waters of hidden history. With an abruptness that left the world reeling, Paulo Santos was seized by the FBI, his freedom snuffed out in a chilling display of authority. The brilliant inventor was whisked away, disappearing into the bowels of a secret facility. This shadowy institution would serve as Paulo's new home, a stark contrast to the vibrant world he once moved through. An unsettling silence fell over the once bustling life of Paulo Santos. The man who had traversed the corridors of time was now trapped within the cold, unyielding walls of captivity. In the wake of Paulo's arrest, a wave of paranoia and distrust surged through society. The tremors of his revelations rippled through the world, stirring up a storm of fear and skepticism. Trust was the first casualty in the aftermath of truth. The world watched, helpless and horrified, as the man who dared to seek the truth was swallowed by the very shadows he sought to illuminate. Paulo's once vibrant mind was now confined to the cold embrace of isolation, his voice silenced by the very forces he sought to expose. This is the haunting tale of Paulo Santos, a testament to the chilling consequences of unveiling buried truths. Paulo's tale, The Echoes of Time, is a chilling testament to one man's quest for truth and the sinister forces that sought to bury it. His journey, fraught with danger and discovery, took him deep into the folds of time, unearthing truths that echoed through the corridors of history. From the sultry rhythms of Rio de Janeiro to the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963, Paulo dared to challenge the narratives etched in stone. His invention, a beacon of light in the murkiness of time, illuminated secrets that were kept hidden in the shadows. But the truth, as Paulo discovered, bore a heavy price. He was branded a madman, his sanity questioned, his voice silenced. His once vibrant mind now languishes in isolation, imprisoned by the very forces he sought to expose. As we delve into the chilling abyss of Paulo's tale, we are left to wonder, what other secrets might be lurking in the shadows of history? What other voices have been silenced in the name of power?